Okay, here we are at Mega Games Penrith at Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals on the weekend. We're with Andre, winner of today's comp. Tell us about your matchups and your deck.
Yeah, so I played Kashtira today. Pretty standard list. Just go through the matchups very quickly. So round one was a mirror match against Kashtira. Round two was against Snake Eye. Kashtira was a win. Round two, Pure Snake Eyes was a win. Round three was against Despia. That was a win. Round four was against another mirror match against Kashtira. Won that one a lot. That was the first dice roll I lost. So round five was against Pearly, lost the die roll, won that round. And then round six against Voiceless Voice, lost the dice roll and won that round. And then last round seven, was against Viking Snake Eyes. Fortunately, I got blown out by Crossout and caught by the grave. So I lost round seven, but I was able to go X1 and I placed first.
Nice.
There were 5 X1s in the tournament, no XOs.
Cool. Let's go through the deck.
Yeah. So, I get these cards. Standard list, very Fenrir. And then we've got a Unicorn. Standard. 3 Rise Hot. 1 Scareclaw Cash. 1 Kashtira Ogre. So the Ogre was a bit of a last minute add. At the YCS I didn't play this card, along with preparations, which I'll just show now. I didn't play at the YCS. I think the reasoning why I included it back in was just because there's a higher ceiling when you end your board, and with Shifter as well, preparations can summon back the card that you might have banished off Rise Hot. To be honest, today this card, preparations did not come up at all. Ogre did maybe 2-3 games just as a name. The Excavate 5 and Banish 1 face down didn't come up. Came up once, but it didn't matter anyway. But as a body, it was not a bad card. Still might need to test further just to decide whether I'll keep it in the main. Okay. So that's all the cash monsters and the preparations. And then for the hand traps monster lineup, we've got 3-dimension shifter. A lot of people will say cash is just you just drop shifter and you win the game. I definitely didn't see this card very much there at all. For sure less than the 33% chance each game. And again in the last round against Viking, game 3, I had shifter, and then I have Warner. I activate Shift and stand my face, he gets caught by the grave, and then he had a special summon, I activate Warner, he had cross out this mana, so full combo, I couldn't really do anything against his board, and yeah. Other hand traps, 3 Ash, 1 Veiler, and triple Perm.
Nice.
Warner was pretty good. The burn effect actually does come up. I think I burned a branded player for 3,000 on his Mirror Jade when I went to the grave. That was how I sort of secured game. Ash, pretty good card against any generic deck. 1 Veiler, I think I wanted another hand trap just against Snake Eyes and Viking. And 40 and 41 main deck isn't a very big difference. So I just decided to add the Veiler, and 1 Veiler doesn't really conflict too hard with the shifter if you open it, since it's only 1 copy. And either way, it's still a follow-up hand trap against your opponent. And 3 Perm, super good card to dodge, play around tactics. Yeah, that's sort of hand traps. Then for the power spells, or engine spells, we've got 3 Planet and Terraforming, 3 Birth, 3 Theosis. No reason at all to cut down any of these cards, especially Theosis with Rise Heart. Even if you brick and you open Rise Heart Theosis, you still have a way to play. and with the added name of Ogre, that's another fiercest target. Very strong card, and also when you banish it, you get to recycle your banished cards back to your hand. I'd recommend not cutting this card down. Very important for consistency. Also lets you see side deck cards. You can also bait Ash if you lead with that. Most people probably assume you're already playing Kashtira or a deck that doesn't need the extra deck. So they can Ash it. Double talents. So I bumped this up to 2 just because I am playing the Heat Soul package. And the reasoning behind this is because I want my opponent to hand trap me, and I also want them to throw a nib before I make the Ballista. So they waste a Nibiru if I'm making the Ballista line. That's one card gone, and then I go Tactics, I rip another card, they only got 3 cards left, assuming they had no other hand traps, right? So that's the reason behind 2. It didn't actually come up for that reason much today. The card honestly didn't come up that much either. For its effects, for draw 2, I don't think I resolved it. Take control maybe once, and then look at the hand maybe twice. It's an okay card. It performed mediocrely. I'll still keep it at 2, definitely for more testing. And the 41st card is 1 Cosmic Cyclone. So this and Baylor, so I could debate on doing 2 Baylor or 2 Cosmic, but I just decided to have 1 and 1, just to hit sort of some rogue matchups. And it's a one-off, so Spell Trap, Banish is always strong. This card actually came very clutch. In a few games against Pearly, he wasn't expecting it at all, and he's my friend Pearly when he activated it.
Yeah, no one expects Cosmic game 1.
Yeah, in the main deck as well. He was very surprised I had it in the main deck. Came up against game 3 in Voiceless Voice when I was going second. I didn't have any hand traps. He kind of went full combo, and then I Cosmic away his trap. So he forced his Skull Guardian, which was good, and I was able to break his border and then win game 3 off that. So definitely a really nice addition. I don't recall whether the Veiler came up much at all today. Maybe not. Or I think I had it 1 game, but it was on the shifter, so it was kind of a dead card. But in theory, it's good. I'll probably keep it at this ratio still. I think double Cosmic might be a bit too much, but it just could be replaced by another Cosmic, or you could cut straight to 40. Yep, that's the main deck, so 41 cards.
There has to be some electricity.
Nib token. I did not get nibbed a single game today, just because either they didn't have it or they had it and I just played around it. So I think it's really important in this deck. You need to play around the bureau.
The Rock.
Yeah, like if you're really close to game, and they don't have much follow up, it's not worth playing to Nibiru. If they have it, your whole board's gone. So you need to play around smartly. I think Voiceless Voice, the player was frustrated. I heard him after the game saying, I played around Nibiru the whole game, all of the game 1, 2, and 3, and that's because you need to expect this card. It'll drop on you one day.
Yep.
Side extra deck or side deck first? Or
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Is there extra? Heat Soul package, 2-link Spider, Crystal Heart, Heat Soul, and Appaloosa.
Yep.
Standard. This is just here to counter Nibiru, and the monster negates, of course, are very nice in this deck. And you're basically forcing your opponent to Nibiru before you have Appaloosa. And then SP Little Knight as well. This card did not come up a single time at all today. I think this card, you very rarely make it. You can make it with Heat Soul and Draco Stack. It depends on the matchup. If it's not a monster heavy matchup, you don't have to make Appaloosa. You can just go Heat Soul and Draco Stack into SP Little Knight. 1 Baron. This comes up in the, I guess, simplified game stakes, or when you have a lot of hand traps. And then for the XCs, 1 Shang. Draco Sack for the Heat Soul line. 1 Dark Armed. 1 Flame Metal. 1 Big Eye. Gradiel. Zeus and Typhon.
Mm-hmm.
Shang was good. Drake Sack came up. I actually only made the heat line once today, actually. A lot of people have hand traps, so it's a bit hard to make. But if you can't make it, you just Prosperity away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also the Drake Sack. Use Prosperity that way. Dark Armed didn't come up too much. We could have came up in game 1 against Viking, but I misplayed that. Made a Typhon on top, but then afterwards I misplayed by not normal summoning Ash and then making another Typhon since he bounced it with his own one. Flame Metal came up against just the voiceless guy in game 3. He was on 100 life points. I just made this on the 4th summon. He had the top deck. If he had, it's just whether he had Imperm or not. But I think from that scenario, he wouldn't have had Imperm and a starter. So I just made this on the 4 summons and he couldn't do anything. Big Eye came up once against Pure Snake Eyes, but he did a really big push on his turn. I just saw his Flame Merge Dragon, so he couldn't get any follow up. It would have come up pretty well. It's just he had a really good push. Gradiel never came up today. This could be interchangeable with IP, but I think this card would come up a bit more. It's good sometimes in a simplified game set against Snake Eyes maybe, or Viking, and also against Branded Despia. And then Zeus and Typhon. Zeus was MVP, my first in-game round 4 against the mirror match. Against Cash, he made a full board, I had no hand traps, full board with SP. I just had 2 names, Birth, beat over his SP, and then attacked into his Shangri-La, and then main 2, made a Gradiel. That's the only reason why I came up. I couldn't have made anything else, but the Gradiel was just useless in that matchup. So I made Gradiel and then made Zeus. He couldn't activate any of his Kashtira names just because I had no effect to let him trigger it. So I just go Zeus, wipe his whole board. He had no follow up. Top deck didn't get anything. And I just won after that. And Typhon was decent. It was pretty good.
Yep.
And then we'll just quickly go through the side deck.
It's full of spice.
Some spice, not too much. 2-go spell, good against on side it's against Snake Eyes, Viking, Voiceless Voice, Branded Despia. Was decent. Lava Golem. This was pretty good. I only used it once though against Voiceless Voice, but he really uses Skull Guardian in the game. It's just to clear the body, just because this deck has an issue getting over 4100 beat stick and also the continuous spell. A little bit more for some rogue matchups, maybe like Vanadium. Vanity's Fiend, quote unquote the spicy tech. Tried this actually last minute. Didn't play this at YCS, but didn't actually come up too much. I think I saw it twice, and the first game I saw it, I already normal summoned. I think I drew it off Heat Soul. Yeah, that's right. And then the second game against Viking. Game 2 I went first. I had this in hand. He impermed and ashed me, I think, or Veiled. I just tribute this with another cash name. He couldn't do anything. We just poke him for damage, and that was it. So definitely key there. One Duster, one Lightning Storm, just for back row matches. And then 3 Book of Moon. So this card's back in just because I was expecting a lot of Kashtira in this format. This deck is also actually against for stun, which I was kind of scared of because we don't have that many answers in the deck. I think the only way they can stop this is Judgment on their turn.
Yeah.
You normally just flip face down and you can play the game. So that was there for again mirror match, which came clutch again in round 4 again. He made me go first, and I Book of Moon. And I just said his first monster he summoned, and he couldn't do much. And then the last 3 is just on Judgment. So this is just to answer evenly matched or any power spell traps, tactics maybe. Also for normal summons, I think I used this on Snake Eyes when he basically threw 3 hand traps at me, I think, and then he normal summoned Ash, and I just saw him Judgment it. Just because the only way he can play around is if he wanted the Bellstar and Bonfire. And then against Voiceless Voice, he normal summoned Diviner. He didn't have many cards left, and I just Judgment it, and he just scooped.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, congratulations again on your first win.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see you at Oceanics New Zealand.
Oceanics, yes.
Woo!
Thanks for having me.
Alright, peace.